It is said that thought is action in rehearsal. In other words, you act upon what you think about. Or put more simply, your thoughts are what drive your actions, and all of what you do in life is simply the actualization of those thoughts. Our beliefs, on the other hand, form the framework of our mind, the foundation from which our thoughts, opinions, likes and dislikes arise. However, many people lack the introspection needed to realize that their thoughts are often not their own. Regularly, we're exposed to various ideas, all of which should ideally pass through our filter of reason before we adopt them as beliefs. However, our reason often takes a back seat when ideas are presented often, subtly, and by figures of authority. And all too often, we're not wise enough to know who is truly deserving of authority. We're often fooled by its outer appearance, mistaking the veneer for true wisdom and meaningful knowledge. Well, one such false belief that is prevalent in the fitness sphere is the idea that for anyone looking to make any kind of serious progress in the gym, gear use is a must. This is not only false, but dangerous, and not only for your health, but for your mind as well. And here's why. Self-sabotage. If you see someone in what appears to be great physical shape that is not the result of great work ethic and correct lifestyle choices, but rather the result of steroids, you might be inclined to believe that since this man has the appearance of strength, the appearance of health, he must also know how to achieve those things. Never mind the fact that his heart is about to explode and he's got almonds for testicles. And what you might fail to realize is that by following his advice or his example, you'll inevitably end up in the same position he has, and that is spinning steroids into your booty cheeks, believing that you've actually exhausted every possible resource you had at your disposal. Someone can only teach as much as they know, and what juiceheads know is spinning steroids and dying in their mid-40s. But with all that said, ruining your health is actually not the worst, most damaging outcome of PED use. It's the fact that you now necessarily believe that your ability to progress, to build muscle, to gain strength, now lies entirely with using PEDs. And even though you might say out of your mouth it only helps, supplements the hard work you put in, you do not in fact believe that. You do not believe that because you started using steroids precisely when you were convinced you were no longer able to progress on your own. And since you likely believe you've reached some arbitrary genetic limit, or in other words, maxed out your genetic potential, everything you do from now on, all the progress you see, is solely the result of steroids. And this is the main point of the video. The moment you start cheating, you lose all agency, because you know you're no longer reaping the fruits of your own labor. Or in other words, the factor that drives your progress is now external to yourself. Or more simply, you no longer believe in yourself. You believe in steroids. And I would say it's like having a mental crutch, but that would be an understatement. In reality, it's much worse than that. You've fully crippled yourself. And I do believe eventually you'll end up self-sabotaging because you know you don't deserve what you've gained through dishonest means. And this goes for cheating in general. With that, I conclude the video. Thank you for watching.